Impaler's favorite joke?
I don't know.
A bar goes into a guy. Hi, guys. Here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat. And potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Now, like most head chefs, I've had my fair share of drinks while working the line. Just in the background, anyhow.
While working the line. Yeah, they're a little more subtle than that, but sure. What's up, fellas?
But also, nothing like a shift beer when you're done.
Oh, yes.
Now, that part I'm not lying about. Now, people come to my restaurants and they stay loyal to one dish. I tell them to explore the menu, they don't. But when it comes to domestic, light American beers, people are very loyal to what they drink.
For sure.
Now, I can speak of my family alone. When we have a get-together, almost every Smith brings a different cooler for a different light beer and some for bottles of water.
All right.
Right? Like a couple of my cousins are Bud Light people. A couple of them Coors Light. Me and my brother, the Miller Light people. So basically, they just went out and tried a bunch of these light beers and said which one, aroma, color, flavor, and see, do people actually know what light beer they claim to like? Do they think that tastes the best?
They actually all look like pee, as far as the color.
You know
what
the
I mean?
colors all look very similar.
They absolutely do.
Now, we did, in their taste test, right, they had 6 light macro brews, Miller Lite, Bud Light, Coors Light, Natural Light, Busch Light, and Mick Ultra. So we do not have Natural Light. We subbed in Rainier. All right. And then, do we have Busch Light?
Yes.
All right. Mike, you got to help me out here, as I'm not positive which beers we're drinking in front of me, as I'm blind as well.
My apologies. So we do have a Bud Light, we do have a Michelob Ultra, we have a Coors Light, we have a Miller Light, we have a Busch Light, and we have a Rainier. They are all in front of you in clear plastic glasses labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yes.
The way that this is going to go is I'm going to have you guys drink the beers in order, and then you give them a rating. Whatever it is that you decide is the best will be the one that you dub the best, and then I will reveal what those beers are at the end.
Can we go back and re-rate?
Sure.
Right, because sometimes you put one a little bit higher, drink another one, and go, okay.
Yeah.
But the rating scale is 1 to 5. 5 being your favorite or a good beer.
Right.
1, obviously, one you don't like.
All right.
Okay. So we're starting, I guess, with number 1. That
Starting
would
with number 1.
be the way to go.
Number 1 of the fantastic beers that we have in front of you. Decent in color. Wonderful aroma. What could it possibly be? Everybody takes a sip. Let me know your ratings.
It's going to be harder than I thought.
I mean, I guess a 2.
Okay.
And it's not because I dislike it. It just has no taste.
I'm giving that a 1.
Okay. Ted Smith.
Yeah, I can't
Damn it.
taste this.
I know, but I'm very confused.
Why are you confused?
Because I think a lot of them are going to taste kind of the same light way.
That one literally had no flavor. Like, I just can't judge it because I didn't taste anything. That's not to say I wouldn't drink it.
I gave it a 3.
A 3.
Okay.
All right. Our first votes are in.
Hold on, rinse the mouth here.
Yep. Little palate cleanser if you've got it. If you may. We move on to beer number 2.
Now, Mike didn't tell us, but one of these cups actually has urine in it.
Yes, it does. And I put it in the refrigerator so it blends with the rest.
This seems a little darker.
Steve, your rating of beer number 2.
Oh,
Hold on, he goes in for another.
man, I'm being kind of nice here. I'm going to give it a 3.
Okay.
Because, again, it's a light beer, so I don't expect the flavor to jump out.
Sure.
But there was a little more flavor than number 1.
Gotcha. Miles Montgomery, your rating of
I'm
beer
going
number
to
2.
go with a 3 on that as well.
Okay. The Ted Smith, your rating of beer number 2.
I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You like this one less than the first one? Maybe because
Yes.
you can taste it. Like, ooh, I don't want to taste it.
I do invite everybody to head on over to youtube.com/@KISW Rock if you want to see these beers being tested in action there.
Well, the
As-
reason is because they know what the beer is.
That's right. We are giving, and I have Tim over there right now. He is giving out what these beers are in real time. So let's move on to beer number 3. The beer in cup number 3. Everybody's taking a gander, taking a look. The palates are cleansed. Going right over there, Ted.
Well, if you hold them up to the light, they almost all look the same.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to bend down to see how they look just sitting on the table together.
Okay.
I'm going to give that a 4.
I'm going 4 as well.
2 4s in a row. All right.
I'll say 3 again.
A 3. All right. Fantastic. Let's move on to beer number 4. Cleanse your palates. Clean them up, gentlemen. And test beer number 4. What are you tasting? Anything? Are they tasting a little bit different?
Look,
They do. You can taste the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's subtle, but there is a bit of a difference. I think because we're concentrating on finding it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But like I said, one had no taste at all.
All right, beer number 4.
Beer number 4. They go in. Ted checks the aroma. Checks the
Well,
color.
listen, it's the only head chef of this room.
I do not like that
take
at
my
all.
time.
That's a 1
Take
for
everything.
me.
Beer's a full experience. Miles goes with a 1. Steve the Thrill Hill.
That is not my beer. I don't know. Maybe it is my beer.
A low 3.
A low 3.
Yeah, like I'm going to give you a 3.
I'm going to go with a
but-
-3 on that one just to be a low 3. Head chef.
So my mind's kind of playing tricks on me.
Okay.
I feel like I know what that beer is, so I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
Oh,
Fantastic.
I thought it was terrible.
You know what? I can now that all the votes have been put in for that one. Ted, what did you think that beer was? I'm going to write it down.
I thought that was Coors Light.
All right. Okay. We will revisit that here in a moment. Let's move on to beer number 5. Cleanse your palates, gentlemen. Clean them up good. Miles is emptying it out. Well done. Tank is empty. Cleanse your palates and try beer number 5.
1.
Really?
Steve goes with a 1. All right. Miles Montgomery.
I'm going to give it a 3.
That's a 3. The Ted Smith, head chef.
I'm giving that a 5.
That is a
I like
straight up
that.
5. All right.
Yeah.
He's a fan.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. There's one beer left before you, gentlemen. I urge you all to cleanse your palates, belch if you must, and grab that last and final beer. Give it a go.
I know I could drink a lot of beer. It is, I feel oddly full somehow. So maybe it's because we're doing it on the air.
Well, and you're kind of slamming them sips.
Yeah.
You know, usually it's you're taking your time with it. You're watching a sporting event. You're not drinking as fast. Beer number 6, down the hatch, gentlemen. Steve the Thrill Hill.
I got to taste that again, man. That
Gotta go back
It
again.
has the most flavor. I'm just not sure if I like it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like this one to me definitely jumps out of the cup to actually have some taste.
I'm going to give it a 3.
That's a 3 for Miles Montgomery.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm positive. Not positive. I'm almost positive I know what that is. But since I can't do 2.5 out of 5, I'll give it a 3.
That's a 3. I'll go with a low 3 on you as well. Steve the Thrill Hill. He tastes it again. Survey says.
I got to go a 2.
That's a 2 on that guy.
All right, what number was your guys' highest scoring beer?
I don't remember. Was it the
So,
third or fourth one? I think?
Steve the Thrill Hill, your highest scoring beer was beer number 3.
Okay.
Mike, are you writing all this stuff down?
I've got it all
he's
down
got
over
it.
here.
Okay, all
I've got it all down over here. Miles Montgomery, your highest scoring beer was also beer number 3. And the Ted Smith, your highest scoring beer was beer number 5.
5, yeah.
The beer that did the best here in the room was beer number 3 with a combined score of 11.
Okay. Now, Ted, do you want to give us the national numbers as far as
Yeah.
what this other survey said as far as when they did their taste test? Just to see if we're close compared to what the pros think.
Yeah.
All right, so starting lowest to highest, number 6 out of the 6 light beer challenge was Michelob Ultra.
Okay. So the lightest of the beers as far as the calories.
Correct. And probably taste. I love Ultra, but there's not a lot of taste to it.
Okay.
Next on the list was Busch Light.
So that was the 5th most popular.
That was the 5th most popular. That's what they liked the best. Number 4 on the list was Natural Light.
Oh, we
And
didn't get a
again-
chance to try that, but I normally love them.
Right, I'd say Miles and I bring this up all the time. That was Anheuser-Busch's
What, Miller Lite?
Answer.
Yeah.
Right, like Miller Lite came out, took away a bunch of money from Bud Light, and they were like, we need a Miller Lite. So I like Natural Light as well. And then number 3 was Coors Light, obviously a massive seller. Number 2 was Bud Light.
Wow.
And then the one that won for best taste out of their contest was the Miller Lite.
Okay. Now that's what you would say.
That's what I generally would say, but I don't know, right? Because the highest beer I picked was what, number 5, and I don't know if that's Miller Lite. And I was positive. What was I positive about?
You were positive that number 4 was a Coors Light.
All right.
Okay. Are you all ready for the big reveal?
Hold on. Before we do this, what are our loyal brands? As far as what you would order if you had these options, Steve.
Right. If you had a Miller Lite, a Rainier, a Michelob Ultra, a Busch Light, a Coors Light, or a Bud Light on the menu, what would you pick?
So there's 2 different answers. If I'm in the Seattle area, I'm going to go Rainier because I'm going to go local, right? But assuming I'm somewhere else and they have it, I'd probably just take Coors Light.
Okay.
Okay.
I agree with the local call, but if it's available and I'm out, I would take the Miller Lite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ted, we know.
But you can't find but we can't find Miller Lite in the Pacific Northwest. It just does not sell well here. So Rainier is normally the go-to as far as it actually being there and accessibility.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's one bar, RIP Bill's, I used to go to, and I drank Rainier there forever. And then finally, Emily, the bartender, she was like, "You like Miller Lite? You know we sell that too." And I was like, "I didn't know you sold it."
Mike, what would you say as far as your choice as well?
Bud Light.
He's a Bud Light guy.
I'm a
You
Bud
go
Light
Bud Light,
man.
White. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I
I'm a
mean,
big fan of the blue cans.
Seen him drink those Bud Light limes.
All right. That's a fact. That's
Okay.
a fact.
Let's get to the results as far as what was the worst beer on the list. Number 6.
The worst beer, number 6 on the list. It was pretty much across the board with all of you guys. Steve, you gave it a 2. Miles, you gave it a 1. The Ted Smith, you gave it a 3. It's a combined score of 6. I'm sorry to say the worst beer, number 1, was ye old Miller Lite.
Miller Lite was number 1?
Miller Lite was the first beer. The first beer you tried. So I'll give you a little bit that, it was the fresh palate. You knew that you were going into beer. You guys don't choose light beers anyway.
That was my thing. Like, I can't taste it.
So the pros number 1 is our last.
Correct.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, because their number 1 was Miller Lite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Beer number 2 with a combined score of 8 did really well. Miles and Thrill, you gave it 3.
So this
Ted,
would
you
actually
gave
be
it a 2.
5 because we're working our way up to number 1.
Oh, correct.
So this is number 5.
Sorry. Okay, no. I'm going to do it differently instead because this one got a low 8 because there were a couple low scores, right? With a 2, a 3, and a low 3 from Ted. It is my favorite. Beer number 5 is Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Okay.
Closely tied with beer number 4, which was the one that Ted was convinced was Coors Light. It's also a low 8 with a low 3 from you, Steve, a 1 from you, Miles, and a 4 from you, Ted. The old Busch Latte.
Oh,
Damn.
That's your number 4 beer.
all right.
Okay.
Shout out to
Okay.
Brett.
Number 3 beer. Where you are. Okay. Number 3 beer is beer number 2 with an actual steady 8. 3 from you and from Miles and Thrill, and a 2 from you, Ted. That's the old Vitamin R Rainier.
Rainier.
All right.
Okay.
All righty. We're down to the final 2.
The Rainier looks darker.
Which one is it? Number.
I think it's the only just straight up lager. Everybody else is light. That's a
Right. That's a good point.
heavy beer, as it were.
Yeah.
So, the number 2 beer with a great score, a score of 9. The only one it didn't do well with is You Thrill. Ted, you labeled this a number 5. This was the best beer out there for you, Ted Smith, and that was the Coors Light. The mountains are blue for your boy, Ted
I gave it
Smith.
a 1.
You gave it a 1, which means with a combined
my
score
God.
of
And
11.
that's the one I just freaking said that I would order.
Yeah, that's right.
If I'm out of. Yeah.
That's
okay.
right. With a combined score of 11, Miles and Thrill, you both gave it a 4. Ted, you gave it a 3. Let's hit the golf course because you guys chose the deliciousness of Michelob Ultra.
Wow. Well, it's the number 1 light beer in America.
Now we know why.
Okay.
There you go.
And what number was Ultra on the list?
Ultra was number 3 on the list.
Yeah, that was my favorite beer. That was my highest
There you
score.
go.
It's a good
See, my
choice of a
favorite
beer.
My favorite beer was 101.
There you go.
All right.
It's a good
Not
beer.
too bad.
I'm sorry, Miller Lite.
I would drink all of these. I have drank all of these in
I mean, look. Yeah.
nonstop.
I'm going to keep drinking this thing through the shot of the day.
What?
Speaking of, coming up at 5:08, we will drink a toast with the shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.